We all know that Baba many a times gives us this direction in Murlis that we have to go into silence. One is deep silence, sweet silence, and experience that, become embodiments of that quality, because then only we'll be able to spread the rays of peace around us. We'll be able to create that aura around us, which will always keep us safe from the various forms of Maya in the practical world. And we also know that in today's world, the necessity which everyone feels is peace, silence. Although people are wealthy, they have all the comforts of happiness, but still there is an aspiration inside, and that is to experience the eternal, constant stage of peace. Many a times in the Sakar Murli, Baba has mentioned that without understanding, people would say we want peace of mind, when actually it is not peace of mind. The soul is in its natural, eternal religion peaceful. So people are aspiring for this experience of peace in their practical lives. And as we see in the present time that the peacelessness are constantly resonating in all the four directions. Therefore, Baba says he wants such incarnations of peace, embodiment of that power of silence, so that we are able to give the souls what they actually need. And why do they not experience that? Because Baba says there is fear. And because of fear, there is peacelessness. There is always that insecurity within. So instead of peace from the instruments of all attainments, that fear gives them that experience of peacelessness, insecurity. And that is why the power of silence or power of peace is so essential in today's world. Why? Because people also understand that when their mind is peaceful, when they are in that state of silence, they can immediately find out alternate solutions to all their problems. Problems come, but there are solutions also with the problems. But because they panic, they are not able to see those doors which are open with the solutions. So Baba says they understand that if they are stable inside, if they are cool, calm, if they are peaceful inside, they'll be able to find all solutions. And sometimes they are very creative solutions. They learn beautiful lessons from those solutions, and they are able to share that experience with others also, so that others can also get inspiration from that. and they are able to handle their problems with those solutions as well. They can also apply those solutions in their life so that they are able to overcome those problems that they are facing. And Baba says that this power of peace or power of silence is the greatest power, a special power of confluence age. Throughout the cycle, in golden age and silver ages, yes, there is peace and happiness. But from copper age onwards, in no birth, people experience this power within themselves. So this is the special gift of confluence age that Baba has given each and every child through proper awareness. When the awareness is there, they are able to experience that. So Baba gives us the awareness and we are able to stabilize ourselves in that stage. So it is the greatest gift of confluence age. The aim of Sangam Yugi souls, Brahmins especially, is to return back to our sweet silence home. And in the world also people want liberation. But our aim is not just to return back to the sweet silence home, but we have to go onward, further on that journey to the beautiful world that Baba is creating for us. And therefore the characteristic of Brahmins, when the aim is so high, so the characteristics is also to first practice being that embodiment of peace here. And our karma is to give peace to everyone. Spread that peace. That is why Baba says sometimes that you have to become reservoirs of peace so that people can experience through you. You have to become magnets of peace so that they automatically get attracted towards those people. Now, just as science functions on the basis of light, Baba says the basis of function of the power of silence is divine insight. And this is what Baba has gifted all of us. When each Brahmin is born, we are blessed with two things. Which are those two things? One is a divine intellect. And in the divine intellect, we have that insight to see and understand what this knowledge actually means. And the second gift is freedom. Each and every soul at the time of birth is blessed with two things: divine intellect and freedom. That divine intellect which has the divine insight, the wisdom in it. So we understand the most deepest aspects also very clearly with that divine intellect. And then we are given the freedom of choice. Because intellect, when it decides, and if we know this is right, but if I don't have the freedom of choice, what would happen? So, Baba has also given us the freedom of choice. Now you have the wisdom, you have the divine intellect, you know what is right, what is wrong, and you have the freedom of choice. And then, whatever we choose, we are responsible for that. We are responsible for each and every action. We are responsible for the fruits of that action. So we are able to take up the responsibility ourselves. In the path of bhakti, people are afraid to take up the responsibilities of their fruits of action. And that is why they blame God. He gives us sorrow, He gives us happiness. Why? Because whatever they do not have that freedom of choice. They are under pressure of somebody or the other, under pressure of their own sanskars. So, when they have to experience those fruits, they feel it is God who gives them that fruit. But here, Baba makes us so strong inside that we are able to take up the responsibility of our karma ourselves. And without coming in the stage of upheavals, we are able to remain cool and calm. So the mantra for the power of peace to function is Manmanabhav. Whenever I stabilize in that stage of Manmanabhav, I go into that stage of my original religion. And I'm able to be that embodiment for as long as time I want to be in. And the yantra, this is the mantra for peace, experiencing peace. And the yantra, that is the instrument for the power of peace, is pure thoughts. Manmanabhav, this mantra works when the yantra is powerful. And the yantra, that is the instrument, is pure thoughts, divine intellect, and soul drishti, soul vision for everyone, towards everyone, seeing each and everyone as flawless diamonds sparkling in the center of the forehead. So pure thoughts, how those pure thoughts work? Let the power of thoughts be so clean that there is no dirt of any waste in it. Then this yantra works smoothly. If a little bit dirt also is there, it gets choked up. So Baba says, in order to make this yantra work, the thoughts have to be pure, clean, clear. Then only with the power of pure thoughts will there be the experience of success and accomplishment. Will fully be accomplished. We achieve that siddhi in our lives. We experience that siddhi or success at every step. So Baba says, this is the power of pure thoughts which functions as the yantra. In order to make the thoughts powerful, we have to make the speed of thoughts slow and steady. If the speed of thoughts is very fast, then the strength is low. But if the speed of thoughts is steady, then the strength of the thoughts is very powerful. There should be no burden, no pressure on the mind. That has to be taken care of. And if the speed of thoughts is very fast, beautifully in one of the Murlis Baba has mentioned, then this would also waste the energy of fortune. Because with the power of pure thoughts, we are creating our fortune. So if there is waste, and if the speed is very fast, the energy of fortune is wasted. I am not able to achieve that fortune which I want to. So beautifully it is said, it is not just wasting or draining the energy of the mind, but wasting the energy of fortune. So the more steady, calm, slow the thoughts are, the speed of thoughts is, my fortune would be so powerful. Then Baba says, just as the speed of words through the mouth waste physical energy, likewise, the speed of thoughts wastes the spiritual energy of the soul. The number of positive thoughts may be less, but will be powerful. More pure thoughts, less the speed, and it will be very strong, very powerful. So this is how the yantra works. Through this instrument, you can experience whichever embodiment of success you want to in your practical form. Whichever success I wish to achieve in my life. Success at any levels. If I want to experience success at the thought level, I can achieve that as well. If I want to achieve success in my practical form, I can be that. In my dharana, I can be that. In my seva, I can be successful there as well. So wherever, in whichever form I want to experience, it becomes easy for me to experience. So Baba says, use this yantra, use this instrument very powerfully. The second yantra of divine intellect. When we say divine intellect, it is loveful intellect with God. Divine intellect means faithful intellect. And when we say faithful intellect, faith means we all say we have faith in Baba. That is why we are here. But still, whenever Baba says number wise, why? When each one has a faithful intellect, still why does he say number wise? Faithful intellect means that where there is no confusion. Faithful intellect means no questions. What, why, where, when, no questions. Because then only I can be carefree. Faithful intellect means where there is no stress. If I experience stress, oh, what will happen? I don't know what is going to happen. Means I lack faith. If I am faithful, there is no stress. Befikar Badshah, as Baba says. We heard stories from Brahma Baba's life. That Brahma Baba, in the time of beggary part also, he never experienced stress. What is he going to feed 350 sisters and brothers? No stress. Why? Because every time he felt, they are not my children, they are his children. He is responsible. No doubts, no confusion, no stress, no questions. That is faithful intellect. And when we have that faithful intellect, so we vary in our faith. Sometimes there is stress, tension. Sometimes there is confusion. What to do? Sometimes there is question. That is why we become number wise. So divine intellect is loveful intellect, faithful intellect. divine intellect is powerful intellect. Well, where there is the willpower stored. So powerful intellect. Samarth, as Baba uses the word, Samarth intellect. Powerful intellect. So when we are blessed with that intellect, at the time of birth, that instrument has to work very clear. No doubts. The divine intellect is able to visualize anything very clearly. Just as Baba is so clear, Brahma Baba was also very clear, and he always advised, be a detached observer and see the scene that is coming in drama. Apply the full stop of drama whenever it is needed. But if I create so much questions in my mind, naturally I'm going to get disturbed. There will be upheavals here. How can I experience peace? How can I experience that power of silence in my life? That sparkling star. Then this yantra works. These instruments, they work when the three are in alignment. Pure thoughts, divine intellect, and soul vision. The intellect is more connected with our attitude, and the pure thoughts is connected with the mind. So mind, intellect, and drishti. When all the three are in alignment with one another, this instrument starts working very fast, and it can bring wonders. It can create wonders. And then we can become the embodiment of success in our practical form. Beautifully, Baba has given us this insight. And then Baba says the power of silence is actually the stage of the soul. It is our inner state. If it is the stage of the soul to always be peaceful, to constantly radiate those vibrations of peace, to constantly be in silence and radiate those rays of silence, give that to everyone. So it's the stage of the soul. Now, if I want to stabilize in this stage, what should I do? So in order to create that stage of silence, that is the stage of the soul, we have to be introvert. Again and again go into that cave. Because to be introvert means to go into the cave of the forehead. Be stabilized there. And to be introvert means that the sense organs have to be cool. The state of mind has to be peaceful. We have to be stabilized in the soul conscious stage and stabilized in a very high stage of self-respect. Baba has given us a beautiful rosary of self-respect. So the more I'm able to stabilize myself in that consciousness of a high self-respect, that means it is easy for me to be introvert. Many a times Baba has mentioned that to be introvert is like going inside the cave and my connection to the world is completely disconnected. I am with myself and with Baba, that's all. I'm able to focus. So being in the cave means to be detached from the outside world. That is why when the sannyasis, they meditate, they have taken this word in the most gross level and they go into the caves for meditation. But Baba has taught us at the subtle level, you go into the cave of the forehead. Isn't it? Secondly, whenever Baba says, be introvert, Baba says it is like going deep under the water, diving deep into the ocean. When divers, there are surfers on the ocean, and secondly, there are divers who go inside the sea, and then from the boat they jump inside, and they enter another world, and they get so engrossed in that world that they hardly realize what time or how much time has passed by. They are so engrossed in looking at the wonder of the world that is below in the sea. When the people at the top, they signal, it's been so many hours now, come up, we have to return back home. That's when they realize so many hours has passed by and I was so engrossed in this world. Similarly, to be introvert means to dive deep into another world, into the world of silence, into Paramdham. Some days back, Baba mentioned in the Murli that although Baba comes in the body of Brahma Baba, but when you children remember, you should remember him there. In the Murli he said that. So similarly, to be introvert means to dive deep into another world, and we get so engrossed in that world of silence, and we as if stabilize ourselves there, close to Baba, feeling his rays, feeling his energy, and as if in a completely bodiless stage. So that is what introvert means. Engrossed and diving deep, going into another world. The third meaning of introvert, which Baba has given in some of the Murlis, is to go underground. And Baba has given us the examples many a times that when scientists do a research, if they remain in the outside world, they are not able to focus. They are not able to concentrate. They are not able to do a research. So they need complete silence. And therefore, they either go underground for some days together when nobody disturbs them. And when they go underground, as if they are busy in doing the research, hardly aware of what is going out in the world, and focused. So these are the three meanings that Baba has given what he means by being introvert. Introvert is to go into that cave, sit there. Introvert is diving deep into another world. And being introvert means to go underground, completely detached from the external world, doing a research on the self, on our power of thoughts, trying to align the three segments of the instruments and bringing them in such a way that it starts working fast. Just as when the scientists, they're exploring, and when they get 2-3 components and they are able to align them and they see a result, you say, wow, what a wonder. So similarly, going underground, completely detached, doing research at various levels, at the thought level, at the attitude level, at the perception level, at the at different levels. We do a research, what is the impact? And then we see the wonders. That can be only experienced when I be introvert, totally detached, and in complete silence. Isn't it? The second component is the power of silence is a great power. For that, we have to reduce the expansion. What happened? What happened? Going into the expansion. What about this? What about that? And practice to stabilize in the essence form. Understand the essence of anything we see and listen and conclude in a second, and do not go into the expansion. Okay, finish. That's it, fine. Put a full stop, move ahead. Because the more I go into expansion, chances of waste thoughts are more. Chances to waste my energy is more. Chances of negativity to enter is more. And so, I cannot control or focus myself as I should. So Baba says, don't go into the expansion. Curtail yourself and stabilize in the essence form. Someone tries to share with us, okay, fine. Good. Congratulate them for whatever. Okay, what happened and then what happened and then what happened. No long stories. Put a full stop and we reduce the waste of our energy. Then only I can develop this power of silence in me. If I am constantly used to going into the expansion, I can't silence my mind. I can't experience that bodiless stage. It is difficult for me. It would be next to impossible. And people may be sharing what they have experienced through this power of silence and will be just wondering, how can they do it and we cannot? But we hardly realize, because my nature is to go into the expansion too much. So don't go into, listen, conclude and finish. Okay. As our seniors, many a times when they used to share their experience with Brahma Baba in the last days, many sisters would come to Baba, share the service news, what happened, what did not happen. And they would feel as if Baba is in another world. And some of the sisters might ask also, Baba, you heard what we said? And Baba would give the essence of what was said. He heard the essence, concluded, and went into that stage of silence. Complete silence. This is what Baba is also trying to inspire us so that we also go into that stage naturally. Third, silence means being the embodiment of peace and remain constantly concentrated or focused. Concentrated means merged in the love of one. As Baba says, merged in the love of the beloved. That's all. Myself and beloved. And that also so much merged as if we are alike. We are alike. Being in solitude. The more I am able to be in solitude, as if being beyond the consciousness of body and the bodily world. The more I am able to stay in solitude with myself and Baba, that's all. We merge into that love. We can feel that love of Baba. And I don't have to generate any thoughts, but remain merged in that ocean of love. That is the unique love that Baba showers on us. No expectations, no selfishness. That is why when we experience that love of Baba, it is easy for us to be detached from the worldly people. We can see the selfish motive also, so we do not get caught up in their sweet talks also, because we have experienced something so high and so divine. So we do not get caught up in their sweet words also. Many a times people speak so sweet and we feel getting caught up. So that is why Baba says you have to caution yourself again and again in this world of bodily beings, because this is Maya's last trap to trap us through the sweet words. Fourth, through the power of silence, your thoughts can reach any soul faster than the wireless system. We may be sitting in one corner of the world, but with the power of thoughts and the purity of thoughts, pure thoughts, which is the yantra, which works so fast and reaches the soul more faster than the wireless system. But for that, we have to break the obstruction of waste and weak thoughts. That is the greatest obstruction that does not allow the pure thoughts to just flow and stay under the canopy of the powerful rays of Gyan Surya, the sun of knowledge, and become a messenger of peace. At that time, it is like as though we are sending those pure thoughts to the other corner of the world, and we are like messengers of peace, and those people, they get visions of us. So the last service, when I was in the initial days, and when all the dadis were there, I always used to think the dadis will become the instruments to give visions to the world. I always had that feeling. I never had the feeling that I should also become one of that. I thought the dadis will be there for till the end. But after seeing that one after the other, Baba has taken all the dadis for the advanced part, now I realize that each one of us has to play this role of giving visions to the worldly souls. Like a few days back, when Baba was giving the Murli on Shivratri, you have to do this service, you have to do and Baba was talking about media. But during that time, I was realizing that media also, how far will it go to? There are still so many countries which has not received Baba's message. But I have to be that living media and give the visions to those souls so that they can also get the right to their inheritance from the Father. So each one of us, so Baba is preparing us now. The dadis have played their role of giving visions. Like in the foreign countries, many had the visions of Dadi Janki, many had the visions of Dadi Gulzar, many had the visions of Dadi Prakashmani. But in the end, we all have to become those messengers of peace who grant the vision to each and every soul so that at least they can get the right to get liberated and go into that world of silence. That is our role now. I only realized when one by one the dadis were leaving, that's when I realized now Baba wants us to play this role in the end time. So I have to prepare myself. And it is only with this power of silence and pure thoughts that I'll be able to play that role. Right? Then Baba says, peace is the original eternal religion of the self. And for the religion, there is a saying in Hindi, Dharat padiye dharam na chodiye. Whatever may happen, but never let go of your religion. And so the ones who have the right to the inheritance of peace and happiness can never let go of their peace, never let go of their religion, whatever may come. So Baba says in the end time, people will try to make you come into that stage of anger. They may instigate you. They may try to confuse you. They may try to make you also get angry. But whatever may come, I should never let go of my religion of peace. Because I am the incarnation of peace. I am the incarnation of peace. And therefore the benefits of the power of silence, the power of silence can work wonders. What wonders can it work? First, through the power of silence, beautifully Baba has mentioned this, that the bondage of karma, karma bandhan, changes into the form of a sweet relationship. No person can create obstacles for me. No person can become a hindrance for me in my efforts, but they will become cooperative. Or they will give us way. Whatever you want to do, you can do. they will give us the freedom. So the bondage of karma changes into a sweet relationship with that soul. No past karmic accounts. All accounts are cleared, and so they become cooperative, or they become detached. They would not become a hindrance. They would not create upheavals for me. No obstacles for me. But till the bondage is there, something or the other would come up. So Baba says, accumulate the power of silence so much, become that form of silence so much that the bondage changes into a sweet relationship. That is the wonder of silence. The first wonder of silence. That is the benefit that we receive in our practical lives, Brahmin lives. That complaint completely finishes. Oh, this soul is bondage for me. I don't know what my past karmic accounts are with this soul. No complaints. We, because of the power of pure thoughts and divine intellect and soul vision, we are able to. The method to be a destroyer of obstacles is to be peaceful. In Sakar Murli also Baba says, put the jewel of, don't speak anything. Someone may get wild at you. They may throw stones at you through the words, but you have to be so peaceful. And the method to be a destroyer of obstacles is to be peaceful and accomplish all tasks in silence. And they will realize, I'm speaking so much. And then they would realize that they have accumulated some power. They are very strong. These people are strong. They are not weak. They cannot be agitated. Right? So, the can be finished with the power of silence. Third, we have to accumulate the power of silence. Wherever there is silence, all virtues, all powers are naturally there. It accompanies. Silence, this silence or peace, it attracts like a magnet all the powers and all the virtues. So they are there. So they become our cooperative hands. That instead of feeling insulted, instead of feeling like anger inside and trying to control from outside, no, my natural state will be of peace. And I can give good vibrations. Visualize that soul as a beautiful soul. Radiate pure thoughts, good wishes, pure feelings, and they also start to change. So all the powers, power of tolerance, power to accommodate, power to adjust, all starts coming up there with silence. Because basically they emerge from silence. Tolerance emerges from silence. Accommodating all those problematic cases in our lives emerges from silence. It is only through silence that we can accommodate such problematic people also. Mentally depressed people, mentally sick people, if we remain silent, they will not do any harm to us. But the moment they become wild and we also get wild, they may cause harm to us. Isn't it? So all powers and virtues are naturally there. And then Baba gives us this, you are the embodiment of peace. The bestower of peace is your father. Your religion is peace, the awareness that Baba has given us. Your karma is to give peace to all. Your dreams should be peaceful. Now you have to spread the rays of peace in the world. That is our karma. And be the incarnations of peace and be a reservoir of peace. So that everyone can take whether a bucket full or a glass full of peace from that reservoir, how much they want. We have to be such reservoirs. When there is constant power of peace in thoughts, speech, and karma, then you will become master deities of peace. Shanti Deva. You will become master deities of peace. So I have to visualize myself as master deities of peace. Now create, and Baba has given us this task. Now create reservoirs of peace in all four directions. Each child has to be that reservoir of peace. In all centers, in household places, then the rays of peace will attract all worldly souls towards the experience of peace. And you will become magnets of peace. The deities of peace, children, will become great donors and bestowers of blessings of constant peace. They will constantly give without any expectations. So now become such deities of peace that whoever comes in front of you have the desire. What the desire they should have? May this great soul, they should get that feeling, a great soul, utter some elevated thoughts, speak a few words of blessings for me, utter some versions of nectar, and not anything logic for me. That is their desire. They would come to us with that desire. And in the end, Baba says, the revelation of this power of silence means the revelation of God Father. This will reveal the Father. If I have this power of silence, power of peace in my form, it will reveal Baba. And when I get angry, what do people say? Are you God's children? Does God's children get angry like this? So it is not revealing Baba, it is defaming Baba. But the more I be in that stage of peace, of silence, then I reveal Baba. The revelation of Baba is also there, isn't it? Right? Okay. Om Shanti.